I think the biggest story is Rajasthan, and just seem to be faltering as they get close to that finish line.
Yeah.
They were the front runners for what, 6 out of the 8 weeks of a tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
And everyone was saying everything's ticking along nicely. Yes, they'd like a little bit more runs from certain players, and then all of a sudden the next game they would step up.
Yep.
Things were going in the right direction, but now the wheels are starting to fall off. And whilst no doubt the coaching staff would have been calm, saying, "Hang on, this is a difficult pitch. We can defend this."
Yeah.
I think there'll be a few people a little bit unsettled in their camp.
Let me go further than that. They had been getting runs, they had been doing well. But like Robin Powell got runs right up front. Okay, after that, he hasn't really got runs after that.
Yeah.
What's happened is that basically because you're 1, 2, 3 or 4, one of them have got the runs. Mostly 4, the most consistent has been Riyan Parag, but Sanju Samson has also had a 500 run season. And the top 2 have got runs. Basically what's happened is 5, 6, 7, 8. The fact that they've not really been performing or having that many chances has not shown up so far.
Yeah.
So basically Dhruv Jurel has not got runs. Hetmeyer has been injured. Powell has been in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that 4, 5, 6 that they had, and they tried to get Shubham Dubey in, didn't work. Donovan Ferreira in, he didn't work. So basically their big problem is if their top 4 go, and now their top 4 is a top 3 because you don't have Jos Buttler anymore. What happens after that?
Worrying signs. They won 8 of their first 9 and now they've lost the last 4. So the individual issues that Joy is referring to will get highlighted a lot more when the team starts to lose, right?
Yeah, it does. Victories have a tendency to kind of smooth over any kind of cracks within a side, and it doesn't matter who's faltering. You win, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
But the fact that now it's 4 on the trot, they've still got another game there at Guwahati.
Yep.
And that's another thing that I keep harping on about. Don't change your home venue right at the end when things get really crucial, when you've actually been playing really well at your other home venue.
Yeah.
So, it's not an ideal situation for them. And this is now where you pay the big bucks to the head coaches and the coaching staff to try and turn this around pretty quick smart.
They play that last league game, which is the last league game of the season. It's against KKR on Sunday, the evening game. What does Kumar Sangakkara and co have to do now? How do you arrest it? Because they were on a roller coaster and it's suddenly now looking downhill.
And a lot of things are going to go, because what happens now is that if, on the other hand, if these people win, if SRH registers a victory, then suddenly these guys have a chance of falling into 3rd place, Rajasthan.
SRH, CSK both have a chance to finish in the top 2.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a huge thing. So for them, it's going to be a must-win match. Kolkata will not want to lose to them, because if Kolkata loses to them, they might be playing them again in 48 hours for the first qualifier.
In the first qualifier, yes.
Yeah? So Kolkata will not say, you don't want to lose to an opponent under whatever circumstances you're going to play them in 48 hours.
Yeah.
So you don't want to lose that momentum, give them that opportunity, that psychological advantage.
It's these last 4 that could cost them the trophy, because if they finish 3 or 4, then there's just one chance to make it through to the final. So losses in the second half for a team that's done well in the first half, these losses can hurt really, really badly.
Yeah, it stinks. Oh, actually, let's be honest. It's not nice losing any time. At the start, at the end, in the middle, it's not great. But you want to be all humming right at the end, that everyone is coming in full of confidence. And it also doesn't help that some of their senior players are leaving, as in Buttler. Some other teams are faced with the same thing, but it's never ideal. But they knew that from the start. So, the questions may be asked, did they bring Tom Kohler-Cadmore in too late? He's got 2 games to get himself going. Could they have blooded him a little bit earlier? So all of those, whereas if they had won, that won't be discussed. But now all of these things start to be put on the table.
Who could they have brought him in for?
Well, this is the thing. Maybe you rest Buttler. He was coming in as an impact player. He wasn't even fielding.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily agree with that way of using the impact player.
Yeah.
So they could have just completely rested him and say, recover, chill out, relax. We'll give Tom a go because we're going to have to use him at some point.
Yeah.
So that's where they could have been a little bit better. But everyone's wanting to get in and qualify. I get that.
Yeah.
But there's also got to be an eye for the finals. And by thinking positively, you'll get in there, right?
Yeah.